Once again, we're checking in with attorney Gilbert Adams with your legal questions. So we're going to jump right into it. The first question we got was, I am being repeatedly called in the evenings at home by a debt collector for a bill that I've already finished paying. How do I get them to stop?
Well, this is a good question. As you know, we're talking about debt collection companies can be quite brutal in their tactics. Fortunately, there is a statute passed by our legislature that it's called the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act, which regulates the conduct by which one of these third-party companies can collect a debt. And they prohibit the debt collector from being abusive, harassive, or using a false or misleading tactics. And if they are in violation of that, which would include repeatedly calling and about a debt, as the questioner says, it's not valid. So that statute provides for a $1,000 penalty.
Wow.
per incident, as well as collection of attorney's fees. It's a very good statute. It's one of those statutes where we thank our legislative bodies for doing something actually good to protect us.
So that means keep a good record of when they're calling you and what they're doing while they're calling you.
Absolutely. Keep a record of it.
Perfect. Number 2, my will names my ex-husband as primary beneficiary and representative of my estate. Is a will null and void when you get divorced in Texas, or do I need a new one?
Well, the answer is no, the will is not null and void. The will is good, but the way the legislature has passed a statute to say that the will is treated as if the ex-husband predeceased you. So the will is good as to other gifts, other devices, but it'll just act like your ex-husband never existed, and it would go to your estate. I would recommend, though, that you update your will.
How long does it take to redraft a will or to update that?
It's not very hard at all.
Okay.
An hour.
Oh, well, hey, there you go. So you're not wasting a whole bunch of your time.
No.
So question number 3, can my husband legally adopt my son by a former marriage where his dad is still alive?
The answer is yes. That adoption could occur. First, there must be a termination of the parental rights from the biological husband. That can be done by agreement of the parties, or it can be done, there's a laundry list, some 12 reasons, abandonment, for instance, things like that. But before there can be an adoption, there must be a termination of the previous parent's rights.
And again, I'm just asking for time's sake. How long does it take for that person to terminate their rights?
That is not a do-it-yourself project. That is that takes a while. It does require court hearings and publication notice. You definitely need to get a lawyer for that. Family lawyer.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. We always appreciate your good, feasible legal advice, because God knows we don't want to do this by ourselves.
Thank you, Jasmine.
Well, Greg Kurt